right. Beautiful morning to all our viewers. This is Inside Agwa. We welcome you in today's program. Um, Initially, we have planned to have a discussion with Barrister CJ Osisioma, but unfortunately, this morning we got a disheartening news of him losing somebody so dear to him, and because of that, we cannot have him. At the moment, he's bereaved. Our sincere condolence to him. Pray that he will be strong, and we hope that by next week or so, we shall have him back on the studio to discuss on the topic. Okay, but be that as it may, this morning we have Comrade Wisdom Ugwebu on the studio to brief us on some of the happenings around Agwa within the past 2 weeks. We had the meeting of the ACU, and thereafter a communique was issued on that. And recently there was a meeting of the Agwa Electricity Committee. Issues arising from this meeting, Comrade Wisdom will be briefing us. Comrade Wisdom, welcome to Inside Agua program. Good to have you.
Hi, good morning, our great viewers. As usual, this is a weekend digest from the Inside Agua crew, and it's our pleasure and the most utmost joy to see you smiling once again with us on this 10th day of February 2024. You're welcome. Looking at
All
things,
right,
let
thank
me
you.
extend
Thank
my
you.
sincere condolence to Mr. CJ Osishama for losing somebody
Yeah,
so dear to him. Thank you very much.
thank you, Wisdom. It's our prayer that God will keep him strong. All right, Wisdom. Looking at some of the events that happened around Agua these past 2 weeks, I would like you to brief us first about the ACU, that's the Agua Central Union. Okay, the only union for now that is uniting the entire Agua and driving the developmental strides in Agua. Had a meeting in Owerri where we had the clergy, the politicians, and those that their voice matters in Agua gathered, and there were useful deliberations as per how to move Agua clan forward. So I would like to highlight some of the core points of that meeting and the resolutions. Thank you.
Okay, a lot of points or issues were raised, and then after a series of deliberations, there and then about 19 to 20 points, if I'm not mistaken, were issued as a communique to the community and the entire world at large. But we wouldn't be diving into much. We'll just be looking at those ones that can influence us as a person. First, we want to appreciate their effort of the ACU to see that there's a lasting peace in Agua. Of course, we have been into this mess for over a year or thereabout, and it's not a good or welcoming development for Agua as a clan, and then it's also bringing down our developmental strides as to what we have achieved before now. So looking at some of the things that we acknowledge there, that the SU is currently renovating um, the Agua Police Division, which is the administrative block. And I also want to applaud our brother Faith Mba, who has taken it upon himself to do a complete work on that particular administrative block. It's something of joy to patriotic citizens of our dear clan is eager to see that there is a peace, there is a relative peace, there is coexistence of each and every one of us in that community, to have a background where we can lay down our heads whenever we return, and people within can also have peace to do their business as well as survive. The economy is really going bad and down into us. But whichever way it is, we bless God and thank them for their effort in that Agua Divisional police renovation. As you also want to acknowledge your efforts. Secondly, we also have the electricity issue. Of course, we have seen and noted that Agwa at the moment has been powered by a
No,
high
sorry,
tension
wisdom,
electrification.
wisdom. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I'm
me?
with you.
Before we go into the electricity projects, from that same meeting of the ACU, one of the core resolutions or advice given to the Agua youth is that those who are idle should leave the community. So how do you understand that? Is it that law-abiding youth, young people should leave the community, or those who are idle, or it's an advice for people to go and seek for greener pastures? Um,
Okay. Of
what can
course.
you say about that?
In the face of insecurity, anybody could be prone to danger. Anybody could be a scapegoat. Anybody could fall victim,
Yes.
either law-abiding citizen or not. What is important there is that, for safety's sake, from the communique we've read, it's stated clearly that those who are idle, those who don't have anything to do, those who cannot fetch anything, roaming about the street of Agua, should kindly do well to go out of Agua environment and get themselves engaged. I believe that if you step out of your comfort zone, you definitely make an estimate, and you don't know where you might jam your destiny. So staying at your comfort
Mm.
zone might not actually, it's not a barrier anyway for you to get to your destiny, but at your comfort zone, it's very rare for you to hit that jackpot of meeting your destiny. So the SE is advising that those who are idle, those youth who are idle, who don't have anything to do, should please look out for a means to evacuate Agua at the moment, for their own security sake, as well as for the serenity of the environment, so that we actually can look at, or they can actually look out to, and know where the problem is actually coming into Agua. That's from my own
Okay.
understanding.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Also, from the communique I read, there was a suggestion for the establishment of the youth wing of ACU. Are you aware of that too? And how do you see that?
Yes, yes, yes. I read. Before now, I must state it clearly that Agua as a clan has always witnessed what we call, from my own side, a divided youth attention. Why did I say a divided youth? You get to see that in the youth formation, OBD will have their own youth, Umofeke will have their own youth, Mala will have,
Mm.
every other community in Agua will have their own youth wing. But there has never been a formidable front where they said, this is Agua Youth Front, this is Agua Youth this is Agua Youth that. Whereby, when things
Okay.
happen, they can come together and take a decision, or stand on that and say, this is what the Agua Youth has decided. And standing on this, we cannot take anything less or bigger than this. You get. So with
Okay.
that power that has been established, that youth wing should be front, I think AC made a very powerful decision um, in that particular stand they have taken. Now, our youth should come
Okay.
together to see the need that we have a formidable front, where we have faced a lot of marginalization, which I don't want to go into it. Okay, look at the oil company that is in our place. We are not benefiting anything from it as a youth. We are not benefiting anything as a children. We are not benefiting anything as fathers and mothers. Rather, we are even spending. We are losing. We are a lot of things that happen. Our farmlands are damaged. So, but in the face of this, if we have the fathers and mothers, we acknowledge their efforts as a team. But any community that doesn't have a standard youth, that or has absconded the effort of the youth in whatever they are doing, we never strive. Because as you are facing now, it is this youth, their experience, what they have seen, that they will use to carry on in your absence. So SU made a very, very intelligent decision there, and I want to call on Agua youth to please see the need for us to come together, leaving a divided attention, leaving who is going to be losing, who is coming from this, who is coming. Because I want to tell you, from Agua I know, the Agua I know, the moment this decision is being taken, people will now start looking at, okay, onye awere onye obi dọ wụrụ onye mgbala wụrụ onye he, and ya wụrụ okay, ọ ga-awụkwa, ọ ga-emekwa ya apata ebe ya. No, there is need for Agua to grow beyond that mindset of, you are not from this particular community, and therefore if you have this position, you are going to be benefiting from this thing. No, this moment is the
But
time that we have
wisdom.
lost a lot.
Sorry, wisdom. I think we're already shifting away from that personal thing. because since the establishment of ACU, we have seen a united front. Recently, nobody is talking about Obudi or talking about Mbala or Umuefeke. What we are talking about is ACU, Agua Central Union. So, with that same spirit, I think the formation of the youth wing should also toast body, which is the ACU. So, the idea of from this and this should not even arise in the first place. Anyway, thank you so much
That's what
for
I'm
giving
saying.
us.
That's what I'm saying. That we have to abscond that mindset since the fathers are taking up that responsibility and are coming up with one mind. So let the youth also see the same need for us to also come up with one mind. That is what I'm saying. Are you with me? So also, far from this particular decision, also, I think the like I was saying earlier, the
Okay, yeah. Okay, welcome back. Sorry for that short break in transmission. Wisdom, like I said, thank you so much for giving us insight into that view of the ACU by establishing youth wing of ACU. Okay, yeah, wisdom, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so still on the electricity issue.
Okay. Like I said earlier, last year we want first of all we want to appreciate the effort of Sterling Global for what they have done so far. Ịma ndị Igbo na-asị ekele onye akịdị ya gbata ọzọ. Why we want to appreciate them for the contract they have given out for Agwa to be electrified. We want to call on their attention because I think we witnessed the stepping up of the electricity all the way from Ejumeku down to Obafo, and some of the transformers in Agua has been powered. At the moment, the power in Agua is at the high tension, which is the HT, which is not which is not okay, or maybe down for usage. So we cannot be at the high tension alone. We need to come down to the low tension. And I want to clearly inform us that since there is power in high tension or on the high tension, Agua is prone to danger. Agua is prone to danger since there is power in the high tension. So we need to start looking at We need to start looking at the need for them to bring down this high tension to low tension so that people can start connecting. Because you cannot leave a community with a high tension, and what we are getting into is rainy season at any moment from now. So if you leave us at high tension, definitely you are exposing us to danger. So bring us down to low tension. Let us see that Agua is witnessing or has witnessed electricity. By then, we will fully applaud you. However, the electricity committee is taking measures to see that these things are being done as soon as possible. What is important is that wherever or whatever breach of contract or whatever thing they are doing, there is need for us to start bringing down these high tensions to low tension so that people can start having or connecting their own individual powers from anywhere across the clan. So the electricity is a welcome development. The project has been going on, but then because it was breached recently, of course, I think is it first phase has been completed and there's need for inspection. So we are calling on Sterling at the moment also to please come for the inspection so that the second phase can kick off because we are the one losing. We are the one losing and we are exposed to danger already. So let them do what is necessary. Thank you. I think your mic is off. Your mic is off.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Wisdom. Thank you for that brief. I said it's a good thing that we have the power already at the high tension. So the only hurdle now is to step it down. And we hope that in no distant time that will be done and for our people to begin to enjoy the electricity. So finally, um, how many communities will be benefiting from this electricity project before we wrap it up?
Okay. For information at hand, I think the core host community, as stated, not wisdom stated, at the core host communities, we have a full electrification, which is the high tension and low tension. But I think other agreements should be people like Oba, OBD, Umwe, and the rest of them. There will be a connection from Ejime Crew passing through Oba in high tension, then to OBD at Ogbafo in high tension, then moving down to Ogbuorie, high tension, then stopped at um, it will stop at Mbabano Junction, that is Umomi Junction there on high tension. I think from also information, this is where the other private sectors or maybe probably the Agua Electricity Committee will come in to finish up and be able to extend to other communities in Agua. But the focal point of the focal point of Sterling in this project is their core host community, which is the Mbala, Umufeke, and
But
Umumbo.
wisdom, but
Yes,
wisdom, but you said based on what you have just explained, even the host communities, you are saying they will terminate at high tension. Are they stepping down for the host communities, and then the other communities
yes,
can now privately step down to
yes.
their own communities?
They will step down to host communities. They will step down to host communities. Other communities will have to step down on their own. Probably ACU will come in and do the stepping down. That is why I think that's why the need for electricity committee.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for that information concerning the ACU meeting and that of the current state of our electrification projects. Thank you so much for coming on the program and for enlightening our people, informing us of what is happening recently. Thank you so much. And to our viewers, we thank you for joining us today. And we hope that you'll join us some same time next week when we shall be bringing you another edition of the program. It's our desire to keep you informed here on this channel about the happenings around Agwa, and we'll try as much as possible to keep you updated. Thank you for being part of today's program. We hope to see you again at same time next week. Enjoy a happy weekend. See you. Bye.